House Majority PAC, that's an arm of the National Democratic Party machine, announced today that it will begin running a six-figure multimedia campaign, including web ads and television advertising, going after Nevada Congressman Joe Heck and others for their role in the government shutdown. The Google and Bing advertising campaign is designed to make sure that when Nevadans take to the internet to seek out information about Joe Heck, they'll find Majority PAC anti-Heck web pages and be prompted to register their disapproval. This is going to occur through a website called www.telljoeheck.com. House Majority PAC will begin airing its first anti-Heck Nevada TV ad tomorrow. The ad is called Dangerous Game, and without further ado, here it is.
They're playing a dangerous game.
Republican shutdown. Shutting down the government. Shutdown.
Economists say a default could tip our economy back into recession. But Congressman Heck votes with Republican leadership 90% of the time, even saying,
the role of Congress is not to create jobs.
Tell Congressman Heck to stop playing dangerous Republican games and start siding with us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
All right, now this ad is part of a campaign targeting all 9 of the Republicans the Democrats consider vulnerable in 2014. Joe Heck belongs to a club of only 15 Republicans clinging to life in swing districts that were won by President Obama in both 2008 and 2012. Joining us now to sing Joe Heck's praises, or so I presume, but maybe I shouldn't, is Review Journal editorial writer and friend of the show, Glenn Cook. Hi.
Hi.
Amazing to see the Democrats up on the television airwaves more than a year before the election, trying to soften up Joe Heck in that district. Are you surprised that they're out so early and so hard on this?
No, because the politics of the shutdown play to the Democratic Party's advantage. Polling numbers are pretty consistent in showing that I think people are more likely to blame Republicans than they are the president and Democrats. It's a golden opportunity. If you've got an opportunity, as you said, to soften him up, I'm not surprised they moved quickly to seize on this. The ad to me is, it's fairly easy to pick apart, but I think to most of its target audience, they're not going to understand the difference between, the shutdown and the debt ceiling.
They conflate those two in the ad. Yeah. You know, my problem with this ad, I think coming after Heck on this is perfectly fair game. My problem with it is I feel that it is misdirected by trying to tie Heck to, as it does, national Republican leaders, and that he's too close, for instance, to whoever they are at this point in time, which is an open question, I suspect. But I think the better angle on him is calling on him to stand up to the Tea Party folks in the House, who Obama continues and Harry Reid continue to blame for this thing, and point out that Heck should be independent and stand up to those guys. That's what this ad should be saying, and kind of framing him as being too timid to actually stand up for Nevada's best interest, because he, along with that Nevada or the national Republican leadership, are kowtowing to Tea Party extremists. That's what they should be saying.
Do you think that would be more effective?
Actually, I disagree with you on that, Hugh. I don't think you want to be putting forward any helpful ideas on how the congressman might be able to bail himself out of this situation.
I've been giving him advice for the last 2 weeks on how to do this.
Yeah. It's so helpful.
Well, I mean, look, I think what you can realistically expect over the next year and in this 2014 campaign in his race is, look, he's going to be challenged by a Democrat, Aaron Bilbray, who's never been on a ballot before, who has no name recognition, and I fully expect Democrats to run a hide Aaron campaign, much as they've done with her before. So I expect them to once again try to defeat Joe Heck by simply dragging him down the way that Republicans successfully did last year with Shelley Berkeley. Attack, bring down her positives, soften her up, and if anything, make people punch at someone other than a Republican or a Democrat.
I would just like to see their framing be a bit more sophisticated. That's what I'm getting at. Something a little fresher.
You have such high hopes for the electorate, Hugh.